Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and full review of this Ulefone Note 11P in black. The listing on Amazon says Ulefone Note 11P with Android 11 has a P60 Octa-core 8GB of RAM, 128GB of storage, 48 megapixel 5 camera, a huge 6.55-inch full HD display, a large 4400 milliamp battery, and is compatible with 4G, and the reviews are really good. It looks like it's available since around January of this year, so pretty new one. And I would say when we compare the price and the specs, it looks really tempting. So this could be a really super interesting device if everything works as expected. I got the thing in the box. It was totally sealed, so you don't have to be worried that you don't get a new thing here. I've just removed the seal here outside. So here's the box apart from the seal with the some of the specs. Yeah, I think I'm going to just open that and let you know what you get in the box, and I'm going to fully test the thing here, like with the speed, how it works, Android version. I'm going to play a couple of games. I'm using the GPS, also trying to find out if this works with 4G of T-Mobile, making some pictures and videos, and I'm trying to find out everything as far as possible. So here's the device, nicely protected, also with some kind of protection and some information here on top, and you can see the specs here. Specs, I would say, look really good. This is what you want to buy in 2021. I would definitely not go for something smaller or with lower specs or so. This looks really good. There are so many phones still on the market which have lower specs. I mean, they are slower, they have less RAM, less ROM, and so on. I would definitely avoid these things. This is really solid for 2021. You don't have to be worried. If everything works really good, you can definitely go ahead and buy this thing. So let's remove this cover. Let's see what we get. There's also some kind of screen protector already applied. There's a bubble here, but you don't have to be worried about that. I have seen this with almost any device. You can just push the things to the side. Don't worry about that. I have seen similar things, and now they work pretty good. It's better to use something like a soft plastic, and then you can easily remove this. But it's really good that we get the screen protector already in place. Sometimes we don't get these things, and then there's something happening and you get first scratches before you really start using this. So here we get this pin to insert the SIM card and some instruction, warranty card, and we get also a really good thing. We get already this case, soft rubber transparent case, really good. I'm going to apply that after I apply the SIM card. And here's the USB-C charging cable, which is really good. This is also something you want to have in 2021. Stay away from micro USB cables as far as ever possible. The USB-C have usually much more power, and they're easier to use, and they are definitely the future. Here we get some power adapter here. So I've checked the specs here, and it's a worldwide power adapter. I mean, of course, for worldwide travel it needs an additional adapter, but regarding power, it works worldwide, and it's powerful with 2 amps. So let's see how this looks here from the side. Really beautiful device, I would say. Looks solid. We even get this 3.5mm jack for audio, like for speakers. Here we have the SIM card, and here on the back side probably the fingerprint reader, and 4 cameras here, and the 5th one, of course, in the front. I can remove that thing here. Yeah, I would say this is a really modern, contemporary design. Definitely nothing to complain It almost looks like the screen is bent a little bit down, but I think it's just the glass, but we'll check on that. But definitely is a beautiful phone here. The camera, of course, is a little bit outstanding here. This is what we see always these days. This cannot be prevented to get a better image quality. So let's check on the SIM card tray. We just push inside. Let's see how this looks. How many things we get. It looks like we have 2 slots for the smallest SIM cards and 1 slot probably for the micro SD card to extend the storage. So here I have an old Nano SIM card. You have to make sure that you match the corner and then also slide it in from the top. Make sure that everything is really nice, flat, straight, and only then push it back into the slot. So I'm trying to remove that, and looks like everything is working really good, so you can really easily and safely insert and always take it out if you need. And of course, it's always highly recommended to charge your phone first before you turn it on. I mean, sometimes it turns out that it's already more or less fully charged. Can also check on how fast we can charge. By the way, the Ulefone, I've already tested a couple of Ulefones in the past and they have always been working good, so I would say this is a really reliable brand, even if you haven't heard about that. Yeah, 81% looking really good. It's always a really good sign, and you can see it's charging with 2.3 amps. You can even charge it faster than the 2 amps from here if you have a strong charger. I think in this case we don't have to charge, we just turn it on here. Let's see what we get, what we see. Of course, now we can apply the protection here. Yeah, it works really good. I would say this is a really nice solid protection here, as good as it gets. This is definitely something I would buy anytime, but here the good thing, you don't have to buy. You already have the screen protector and you already have the case, and here's the normal Android setup. I don't have to show you that. I go through the whole setup process and continue after that. So I've finished set up my phone here and it's already ready. It took just a couple of minutes, and I can touch here in the back, and it's usually unlocked with a fingerprint really fast. I mean, it's a little bit difficult behind the camera, but I can tell you it's really fast sensor. You don't have to be worried about that. And if you look close here to the SIM card information, it's showing VoLTE 4G. I hope you can see that here with my T-Mobile SIM card, so you don't have to be worried. There's a huge thing here going on these days or this year. A lot of carriers want to get rid of phones which are not compatible. So with this phone you're fully compatible, at least with T-Mobile and similar carriers, so you don't have to be worried that you're investing in an outdated phone. This is absolutely awesome. I have been testing this phone now for a couple of hours, and the bottom line is actually it's a pretty solid device, and definitely not a scam. Everything is working really good. So I'm going to show you a couple of details here. First, the GPS has been working really good. So usually it just takes a couple of seconds to get a 3D fix, and we are not talking about being outside. This is inside, underneath, normal ceiling, normal roof. This is crazy. This is really good. And also I have done a full fake device test, and it has been confirming everything. The screen resolution is 1600 by 720. We have a Android version 11 and it has passed this check, so it is fully confirmed. We also have 118 gigabytes of storage and has been passing everything really good. I mean, the difference to the 128 is just based on the counting, if you are counting like digital or like hexadecimal. So this is nothing special. You don't have to be worried about. This is really legit. Everything has been confirmed. We have also the 8 cores here, and everything has been confirmed. You see also the Android reported 8.19 gigabytes of RAM. So I haven't found anything suspicious so far, and you can also see that the gesture control is working really nice. You can also browse pretty fast. I mean, it's not the fastest phone on earth, of course. Sometimes it has to reload a little bit, but usually when you do some browsing, these things are working really nice and smooth. You can see how fast you can scroll, and it's there's no lags or so, which you usually can see. You can go up and down and open many tabs, and everything works good. I like the swipe. Usually the swipe works really good. What we can also invoke is the task manager here, and we can control and delete and whatever you want to do. So this is working really good, but of course you can switch to the three button control if you like that, but the default is the gesture search, which I like. Here you can turn on the adaptive brightness. I have turned it on. I have been walking outside into full bright Florida noon sun, and I've been able to read the screen absolutely no problem. You can use it to make pictures in the brightest sun at the beach or wherever you are. So the display is really good. By the way, the display size here, I have been measuring that, and it's real 6.5 inches. So there's absolutely nothing to worry about. The display is straight, so it's not bent to the edge or so. It's just the glass is a little bit bent. This has a little bit of a real nice style. When we go to the camera, here we have the camera. Here I have something to point at, and when we make pictures, what you can see, it's focusing really fast. I mean, there's almost no delay, and also when you're doing videos, so I'm recording here, you can see there's also a little bit, I would say, of image stabilization. There's not a lot of stabilization, but the quality is usually really good. Also the white balance has been working good. So I mean, the camera usually works pretty good. I mean, it's not a perfect camera, but I would say it's decent for the price. I have made even a couple of images inside where it has been pretty dark. There's an HDR mode. You can change the size and the resolution, but there are not many things which you can do. So I haven't found any pro mode or so. But usually the pictures or images are pretty good as long as it's not super dark. Here I've even made a couple of images with the selfie camera. And for a selfie camera, I would say the shots turned out pretty good. We can even zoom in. There's not much dynamic range, of course, with the selfie camera, but with the normal camera, it is definitely decent. Now let's go to the normal camera. We have even here some video. You can see there's a little bit of stabilization. I would say the colors are really good. Everything is sharp. I mean, it's maybe a little bit over processed, over sharpened. That could be a little bit. What I like really here is the focus. You can see with some kind of bokeh effect, even without turning on anything special. That's really amazing. I haven't seen that. You can see sometimes the white balance is a little bit off, maybe here with the grass or so. Here you have been zooming in, of course, with the zooming in, then the resolution or like the quality is a little bit suffering, but it's also a 4x zoom, and I would say this is pretty good. I mean, I can even zoom in more as long as you have a steady hand. It's not bad, and you can see the colors are decent, nice green, nice blue, nice everything. So I would say 90% of the shots turned out to be pretty good actually for the price. I mean, it's definitely not a Samsung, it's not a Huawei. There's no way to compete with these cameras. I would say it's a decent camera for this price range. You can share it with friends, and if they are watching these things on their phone, nobody will complain about that. Everything looks actually pretty good, I would say. And this bokeh effect, I would say this is pretty good. I mean, there's not even a scene mode. There's no AI mode, which I've been activating. I don't know if this was a software thing or like real from the lens. If it was just a software feature, then it has been implemented really good, because it's really hard to detect. It looks pretty natural. You can see the flower is definitely in focus and the background is not. It would be really difficult to detect something here. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I haven't seen this with any other phone so far. So nice. And the good thing is really one of the positive things here, definitely, that it is focusing very fast. It's a fast camera, and I would say, yeah, again, about 90% of the shots turn out to be really good. Yeah, there are some cameras, or like phones with cameras on the market, where most of the pictures are really bad. So it's totally opposite. It's really important that you have a phone where you can rely on the camera, of course. Then I've been testing the performance with the Geekbench, and it has been performing, I would say, as expected. It's not, yeah, again, it's not the latest Samsung phone or so with a Snapdragon processor or something like that, but a multi-core score of 970 is pretty good, I would say. Yeah, single core score, of course, is pretty low, 266, but you don't have to be worried about that. The whole system works really good. It's nicely implemented, nicely integrated with the latest Android version. You can see that here. Also here we can see the memory size. Everything has been confirmed here. I haven't found any scam, anything which is not working. I haven't even found some bloatware, at least not at the moment. Of course, I mean, it's not a huge performance. I mean, even if you go down to a Redmi Note 7, it is below, but some of the phones which are still sold in this price range have much lower performance. So this is a decent phone, I would say, especially in combination with this 8 GB of RAM. The CPU is working really good. I mean, this Helio P60 is one of the newer CPUs, not a very latest thing, but it is definitely capable to play even like games like the Asphalt 9. I've been playing this thing here for a while, couple of minutes, and I haven't found any lags or so. The graphics are really good. It's nice to play. It's very responsive. Real no lags. Same thing here with the PUBG Mobile as well. You can play absolutely no problem. I haven't found any problems or so. Definitely no lags. It's nicely to control, to steer everything. So this is a really good thing. So you can, because of the latest Android version, because of the high memory or RAM, you can play actually everything. I haven't found anything which you can't install or play. Really nice overall performance, I would say. And we have the VoLTE. I mean, I have removed the SIM card in the meantime. You don't have to be worried about that. It's not showing, because it's not showing anything. I have removed the card, but it has been working good. I have been able to do everything. VoLTE confirmed, 4G. Yeah, there is not much to complain about that, really. I can tell you, for the price, decent thing, nice display, good control, nice everything, even good speaker, I would say, definitely for this price range. I mean, it's not waterproof, but or at least it doesn't have a certification, but we cannot expect that in this price range. No way you can have this. So what you get for the price is here really phenomenal, and I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.